What's up, guys? Today we're going to look at angles on a polygon. By the end of this video, you should be able to find the interior and the exterior angle of any regular polygon. And you'll be able to understand how to answer exam questions using the two formulas which I'm literally just about to teach you right now. So the only things that we need to remember. Let us imagine a triangle, right? A triangle has angles that add up to 180, right? If it's a regular triangle, then it means that all the sides are equal and all the angles are equal. So it's going to be 60, this is going to be 60, and this is also going to be 60, right? If we imagine a rectangle, right? A square. Let's imagine a square. Actually, it would be better, right? It adds up to 360. And so therefore, this is a right angle, this is a right angle, this is a right angle, and this is a right angle. Okay? What do you notice? That it goes up in 180, doesn't it? So we can use this to our advantage. If we have a n-sided shape, then the sum of the interior angles, where this is what we call an interior angle, is just going to be 180 times n minus 2, where n is the number of sides, okay? Okay, so that is the first formula that we need to remember. Okay, so now let's look at the exterior angles. The exterior angles is simply, if we draw a line, it's going to be this angle here. Now, from our last video, what did we say that an angle of a straight line adds up to? It adds up to 180. So this is just going to be 120. And this is going to be 120. And this is going to be 120. And likewise for our square over here. This is going to be 90, this is going to be 90, this is going to be 90, this is going to be 90. Okay? But what do you notice about both of these examples? Well, we got 120 plus 120 plus 120. Oh look, it adds up to 360. Let's look here, 90 plus 90 plus 90 plus 90 is just going to be 360. So the sum of the exterior is just going to be 360, and therefore the exterior times the number of sides is equal to 360. These two formulas are the only two formulas you need to learn for this topic. Anything else you learn, in my opinion, is waffle. And I'm going to prove it in this video as well. Notice, anything I do to answer the following problems all comes down to these two formulas. So, let's prove it. Each exterior angle of a regular polygon is 45 degrees. How many sides does the polygon have? Well, if we can draw a sketch of the polygon, it's going to be something like this, something like this, maybe, and so on and so forth. I'm just going to do it with 2, just because I don't know what this polygon's going to look like. I'm going to draw that a little bit better. Yeah, that's fine. We're told that this exterior angle is 45, right? But remember what we said before, that x times the number of sides is going to be 360, right? And so therefore, the number of sides is going to be 360 divided by the exterior angle, which is just going to be 360 divided by 45, which in this case is going to be 8. And so I know that this is an 8-sided shape, don't I? all I've done is use this bit of information to get this formula, and I've just used it to figure out that this is an 8-sided shape. I'm using my understanding of the topic rather than memorizing a formula. But what about something like this? Find the sum of an interior angle of a polygon with 18 sides. How are we going to do that? Well, it all comes down to, first and foremost, finding out what the exterior is. So we know that the exterior times the number of sides is going to be 360. So the exterior angle is just going to be 360 divided by the n number of sides, which is going to be 360 over 18, which is simply going to be equal to 20 degrees. So now we know that this angle here is 20. So what is the interior angle going to be? The interior angle is just going to be 180 minus 20, which is just equal to 160. Okay? And we know that it has 18 sides. So therefore, the sum of the interior is just going to be 160 times 18, which is simply going to be equal to 2,880 degrees, excuse me. And all I'd have done for these two examples is just use one formula, which came from the understanding that the sum of exteriors is 360. But there are times where, unfortunately, you are going to have to use both formulas. So, the sum of the interior angle of this polygon is 3,780 degrees. How many sides does this polygon have? Okay, when you have this example, this is the only time I would recommend using the first formula, where the sum of the interior is going to be 180 times n minus 2. We know that the sum of in is 3,780, so we sub that in for sigma in, right? So 3,780 is going to be equal to 180 times n minus 2. Okay? And now let's solve this equation. What we can do is we can divide both sides by 180 to get rid of the coefficient here. And so what we're left with is n minus 2 is equal to 21. And so therefore n is equal to 21 plus 2, which is equal to 23. So we know that this has 23 sides. Let's answer some exam questions on this topic then. So we are told that AB, BC, CD and DE are four sides of a regular dodecagon, which has 10 sides. So what is angle W going to be? Well, if it has 10 sides, then what does the exterior angle equal? Remember what we said. N times X is equal to 360. So therefore, the exterior angle is just going to be equal to 360 divided by 10, which is equal to 36. So this angle here is equal to 36, doesn't it? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to then work out what the interior angle is, which is simply going to be 180 minus 36, which is equal to 144. And remember, because it's regular, If this is 144, then this also has to be 144. And this also has to be 144. Okay. But what does this side add up to? It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. Okay, sure. So therefore, the sigma interior is going to be 180 times n minus 2. We know that it has 5 sides, so it's 180 times 5 minus 2. 18 times 3 is 54, so therefore it's 540. And so we can now work out these w's as equations. So 144 plus 144 plus 144 plus w is equal to 540 degrees. So now we can collect the like terms, which is 432 plus 2w is equal to 540. We can subtract 432 from both sides. So we're left with 2w is equal to 108. And so therefore w is equal to 54 degrees. Okay? So all we did was work out using this formula here. That n times the exterior is 360. And then the sum of the interior is 180 times n minus 2. Okay, what about an example that looks something like this? So this time we're told that this diagram with a square and 4 regular pentagons, and we have an angle x which we're trying to work out. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is work out what all the interior angles are. We need to work out what this is. We know that this is a right angle, but we don't know what this is or this is, right? But we can work that out doing exterior angles, right? So what we can say that is x times the number of sides is going to be equal to 360. And so therefore, right, the exterior angle is going to be 360 divided by the number of sides. In this case, the number of sides is equal to 5. 360 divided by 5 is going to be 72 degrees. And so therefore, the interior angle is just going to be equal to 180 minus the exterior, which is just going to be 180 minus 72, which is equal to 108. So this angle here is 108, and so is this one. And now we have an entire circle. We know that this entire circle adds up to 360. So therefore, let's write it out. 90 plus 108 plus 108 plus x is equal to 360. Let's add up our like terms. So 90 plus 108 plus 108 is 306 plus x is equal to 360. And so therefore x is going to be 360 minus 306, which is equal to 54. Okay? And so therefore x is equal to 54 degrees. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video made sense. If you guys liked it, please make sure you subscribe. It means the world. If you guys have any further questions or comments, join my Discord server to ask some personal questions that you have in your exams. If you have any inquiries about tutoring, drop me an email and I can organize a meeting and a quote. Keep on learning, as you have no idea what you're capable of doing.